Anthony Mackie has an update on Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Ever since Avengers Endgame finally put a stop to Noobmaster 69's reign of terror, Marvel fans have been wondering what's next for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Earth's Mightiest Heroes in Phase 4. Like, what's Nick Fury doing out there in deep space? Is there going to be any residual weirdness from all that time travel? And will Danny DeVito finally answer the call and play Wolverine on the big screen? Well, something we know for sure is that with old man Steve Rogers passing the shield to Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, there's going to be a new Captain America in town. But how is this transition going to play out? Well, fans are going to have to tune in to Disney Plus for the upcoming The Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, aka The Falcon and Bucky Show, if they want to get any answers at all. We were gifted with the briefest snippet of footage from the series during Marvel's big game spot in the far distant past of February 2020, but that fueled more questions than it gave us answers. Unfortunately, real-world disaster struck this year in the form of the ongoing global COVID-19 pandemic. Now, because the show was still in production when lockdowns were ordered, filming was brought to a halt. And with a looming August 2020 release date for this series, MCU fans are desperate for any update at all they can get about this show. Luckily, as part of Variety's Actors on Actors series, the Falcon himself, Anthony Mackie, sat down with Hamilton and Snowpiercer actor Daveed Diggs to talk about the aforementioned Hamilton and Snowpiercer, as well as Altered Carbon and all things Marvel. So what did Mackie have to say about this upcoming Disney Plus series? Well, bucky up and I'll tell you all about... Bucky up? That's what you're giving me? You've got to be Falcon kidding me with these delay... Are you serious? Ugh. Anyway, I guess we'll just Winter Soldier on through this. It's like you guys didn't even try with this script. Haha. Now, the biggest elephant in the room is the show's timeline. Mackie admitted there are still scenes that need to be shot, and that they were supposed to be going back as soon as everything settles down. The problem was, we were in Europe and everything got crazy in Europe first, so they shut us down, 2 weeks before the US shut down. Mackie went on to both compare and contrast working on Marvel films with working on Marvel TV shows. It was very different. It was a very different experience from the rest of the movies, but at the same time, it was a lot of fun. Those movies are like summer camp, In this show, it was no different. Mackie also praised some of the things that will make this show feel more like its big screen counterparts, saying, "It was the same group of people coming together to make it work. And so the stunt stuff, everything is just on another level. Every time, every show, every movie, they just push it. They push the envelope so much. So hopefully, knock wood, we'll be going back soon once this corona kick is over and knock out the last little bit of it." Mackie also leaned heavily into the film comparison, saying, "We're shooting it exactly like a movie. Everybody who worked on TV before was like, I've never worked on a TV show like this. But this, it feels exactly like we're shooting a movie cut up into the show. So instead of a 2-hour movie, a 6 or 8 hour movie." But despite that, there seems to have been one major difference from working on the biggest film franchise of all time, when Mackie admitted, "I feel like we're the first Marvel show or movie that had budget constraints. Clearly, he hasn't seen Inhumans." And honestly, that's not necessarily a bad thing. As we've seen before, necessity is the mother of invention. Just look at what Tony Stark built in a cave with a box of scraps. Mackie and Diggs also discussed Marvel's need for more diversity and inclusivity behind the camera, and how Mackie is now in a position to move that conversation forward as a lead in a Marvel series. It really bothered me that I've done 7 Marvel movies where every producer, every director, every stunt person, every costume designer, every PA, every single person has been white. And Mackie concluded those thoughts with a comparison to the production of Black Panther. If you only can hire the black people for the black movie, are you saying they're not good enough when you have a mostly white cast? Honestly, that's something that both Marvel Studios and Hollywood as a whole need to address moving forward to make sure the stories we love reflect real-life experiences and that there's action behind those commitments to equality. The only thing we can be certain about right now is that the release date for every Marvel show coming to Disney Plus is pretty uncertain. While originally set to premiere in August, the Falcon and Bucky show is unlikely to meet that looming deadline, especially if production is not yet finished. In the meantime, tell me, what do you folks think? How do you think the show's going to handle the passing of the shield to Sam Wilson? Are you excited to get more MCU news about Phase 4? And be honest, do you also call it the Falcon and Bucky show in an old-timey voice, or is that literally just me? Anyway, let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And if you want to get notified whenever we go live with a new show or drop a new video, hit that little bell down below, and that way you'll be up to date on all the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world. And on a more serious note, if you'd like to educate yourself more about anti-racism and get involved in the ongoing fight against systemic racism, head to Nerdist.com, where we have an ever-expanding array of articles and information on those subjects. In the meantime, please stay safe, be healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.